I did put 2 homeworks up, and the reason I put these homeworks up, there they are. One's called log rewrite, and the other one's called solving log equations. Now, why did I make those? I did it for y'all, and I did it for the 109 class. The reason I did it for both classes is because I don't like the homework, because they got rewrites in there, and then they got a bunch of crappy questions, like the pH level and the H30 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want you focusing on those. I want you focusing on that rewrite homework and that solving logarithmic or solving log equations. Then Monday or Tuesday, or Wednesday, Monday or Wednesday, we will go over the sections that I've missed, and I will pick out what is, important to y'all. Get it? Because I want y'all over the weekend to focus and send questions on the log rewrites and the solving log equations. Same thing with the online class for the one person that watches this video. Okay? So we're going to work on that. I do realize that I've got some questions to go over, but the reason that I'm not going over them right now is they're not important to me right now, and I hate to say it like that. But it's imperative that y'all be able to do those 2 sections of homework. That's what's more important right now. Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I realize that I've got several out of 6.3 and 6.4. I realize that. But these questions in 6.4 are not important to y'all or to me right now. They're important for your grade. I understand that. But I want y'all to learn those 2 sections of homework. I want you to make sure. And I even included extra questions. That you have not seen before. Okay? So, with that being said, let's go ahead and pull it up. And let's work on 3 or 4 of the rewrites. And let's work on 3 or 4 of the solving equations. All right, so here's the rewrite. Let me make sure nobody is Skyping in this morning. Nobody is Skyping in. Okay, so let's, and these are all rewrites. So there's no word problems. There's no, at least I don't think they are. So when you click on one of these, it's going to be a rewrite. So let's do with that one. I'll rewrite it so you can see it. And we might have done these before, I don't know. But is it well worth your while to do them over and over? Yes. Yeah. I know, it's raising the bar, I know, but what can I say? Log base n of the cube root of 7x squared over z to the 6th. Yeah, that envelope I had on her fur jacket and her boots and her, she was looking for an MR degree. It's kind of like that fish. Y'all know that fish that you see on SpongeBob that has a little light that comes over? This is an actual fish.
Anglerfish.
Yeah, and it's got a little light that comes over, and then when it comes up, he chomps on you. That's what Loompa Loompas do.
That wasn't Nemo.
Lure you in. And then they go crazy on you and daggum stalk you and bust out your daggum headlight.
What are you talking about?
Oompa Loompas, girls with an orange face and a white neck.
Oh, those are really.
You ain't never seen one?
Oh, yeah, like the spray tan thing?
They're cray-cray. I'll show you an Oompa Loompa.
Uh-oh.
You could pull one up. There's one on there's a good one on Google. I mean, yeah. Just type in Oompa Loompa.
Online classes.
Of course, you're going to get the Oompa Loompas on what you call it. Yeah, you're going to get those.
Actual Loompas.
But you got to go down a little bit, and you'll see the. Let's see where they might have took her off. Well, that girl, she looks like an Oompa Loompa. Where is she? Well, I guess they took her off. She might have sued Google. Well, how about Oompa Loompa chick? How about that? Might be an Oompa Loompa chick. Oompa Loompa chick. And I took that girl off. Anyway,
I wanted to see it.
There's Ella and then somebody with
what?
weird pictures here.
Well, I cannot believe that they took that girl off.
The outrage.
But anyway, she had done like the tanning thing, and she put makeup on her face, so her face was like brown, and her neck was like orange, and she had this makeup on. Yeah, that's the ones that you run away from. I can't find her now. Oh well. There's Shrek.
Oh my gosh. Michael Jackson.
What?
Michael Jackson and Shrek.
Where's Michael Jackson
It
in
looks like a
Shrek?
cross between.
That ain't Michael Jackson. That's two.
No, that's Shrek.
Oh well. I can't believe they took her off. She was like the first set of pictures. I guarantee you she sued Google. Oh well.
It's under Oompa Loompa, not under.
Oompa Loompa girl.
Just look up orange.
Things people dress up.
Oh,
There's one.
that's
Oh, that's
terrifying.
scary.
Yeah, there's one right there. That ain't, there she is.
No.
There's Oompa Loompa.
Angry Oompa Loompa.
There. See how she looks? There she is. There she is. There's Oompa Loompa. Yeah, those chicks, guys, run away as fast as you can. They are cray-cray.
She was ready for the pageant.
Pageant?
Yeah.
What? A cannon bed pageant? How cooked are your insides pageant? Anyway, I guess we better go back to work. Somebody will complain. There we go. All right, so what's the first thing you do with a radical?
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. So I'm going to rewrite as log base n of all of this trash, 7x squared over z to the 6 to the 1/3 power. And then the 1/3, we can bring that out. That's probably the easiest thing to do. But could you use the power rule of exponents and put it with each of these? You can if you want to. I'm going to bring it out. Now when you do that, you need to make sure you put brackets around whatever you do, because you might need to distribute it later. Okay, so that's gone. So we're just going to kind of mark through that because we put it out there. So now we just got this. And this is multiplication and what? Subtraction. Exactly. The product rule and the what? The quotient rule. So I'm going to take my handy dandy highlighter and I'm going to highlight that.
Addition.
Addition and subtraction, because we're using the product rule and the what? Quotient rule. I'm going to highlight this because that represents the product rule and the quotient rule. The product rule I'm going to do in yellow. I'm sorry, blue. And that's going to be 7 and x squared. And that's going to be log, log n of 7 plus log n of x squared. And then I'm going to minus, and then that's going to be log base n of, and I'll do this just to piss y'all off, z to the 6.
It's too bright.
I can't see.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what can we do with the power rule on the 2 and the 6? Bring it out, and we get 1/3 brackets log base n of 7 plus 2 log base n of x minus 6 log base n of z. Is that, did they distribute? Yeah. So it's not D, so you can mark D out. Everybody should be writing. Why are you on your laptop? We're not doing laptop stuff.
It's not B,
I know, I'm a bastard. All right, so we got Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. So we know the 1/3 is there. Let's go ahead and distribute because evidently they want it like that. So we're going to distribute the 1/3 there, there, and there. And that's going to give me 1/3 log of base n of 7 plus, what's 2 times 1/3? 2/3 log base n of x. And then what's 1/3 times 6? 6 divided by 3 is 2 log base n of z. So this is your answer. So which one is it?
It's
Alpha?
It's A.
And we hit alpha and we check answer.
Yep. So good.
All right, let's move on to another question. I like to pick out ones that I think are going to be on the test. So, next question. Next question. There we go. All right, write this one down. That means notebook and pencil.
I'm dying.
So this is 2/7 2/7 log base n of 8x squared plus 8/9 log base n of 64x squared. Now notice that the 64 is not squared. Only the x is squared. If it was the whole thing squared, it would be in what? Parentheses. Right, Pendleton?
Yes, sir.
So, now, are we expanding or are we simplifying? We're simplifying because we're going from left to right. We're going from the plus. That plus is going to become a multiplication symbol. We're going to use the product rule and the power rule. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do like them trick teachers at Pendleton. I'm going to lock the door. What happened, Pendleton? Where you at?
Where are we at?
Yeah, because it just shows the wall.
I don't know.
There we go. Thank you. Does that sometime it easily too. Well, look at Oconee. It just did it at Oconee now. Damn,
Maybe we have
Russian.
a spirit in here.
All right, here we go. Log base n of 8x squared raised to the 2/7 power plus log base n of 64x squared to the 8/9 power. Now notice what I did. What did I do? Somebody tell me what I did that some people don't do because they know everything. I put parentheses around the 8x squared and the 64x squared. Now why did I do that? Because that 8/9 now goes with the 64 and the x squared. And if you don't use those parentheses, what is the common mistake students make? They just do it with the x squared and then they whine and complain because they got the problem wrong. So make sure you don't do that. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this in one space. Take my handy dandy highlighter. And that's the product rule. So that means we're going to rewrite this as log base n of 8x squared raised to the 2/7 power divided by 64x squared to the 8/9 power. Okay, now we need to, what is exponent over index? So exponent on both of these, index is the 7th power and the 9th power. So you're going to have to do some algebra with that. So I'm going to give y'all a minute or two to work on that. So log, I'm going to just write it up here, log base n of 8 to the 2/7 x to the 4/7 over 64 to the 8/9 and x to the 16/9. Okay, y'all work on it. I would change that 64 to 8 what? 8 squared, so you can subtract the exponents. Pendleton, don't get mad at me, but you must be working on something awfully important.
I'm taking notes.
No, I'm talking about, oh, you writing? Okay.
Yeah.
Still got your computer up. That's why I was asking.
Oh no, there's nothing on it.
Oh, I thought you were. Well, I have to be careful because Pendleton, the 9 o'clock class on Tuesday and Thursday, they take advantage of me. So I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I'm doing problems, and they're up there working on their laptop. Like they're working on a problem with their laptop. Yeah. I could understand that if they were doing this, with their finger or with the stylus, but they're just sitting there. So I know they're watching something. But it insults my intelligence, and it makes me a little bit defensive. I'll shut it up. Okay, so is Georgia gonna beat Auburn?
Yeah.
I think they will. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it all depends. Georgia is doing the Clemson thing. It all depends on who shows up. If Clemson, if Georgia, the team shows up, then I think they'll be okay. But if the team that showed up against South Carolina and Kentucky show up, I don't know what's going to happen. I think Ohio State plays Hannah this weekend. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I don't think Auburn could beat Georgia.
I know LSU's going to beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see Georgia win, but I don't see them beating LSU.
LSU will smack them.
I don't see anybody beating LSU right now.
I think LSU will beat Clemson.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
That'd be fun to watch them.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about Ohio State because Ohio State hasn't played anybody. They'll be lucky to get past Penn State, Michigan, and Minnesota. So I'm not worried about Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio State's relevant.
I think it's going to end up with,
With 3,000.
Yeah, I know that.
I think Clemson's going to be in it. I think. Now, it's not set, is it? I mean, if Ohio State loses the next 3 games, they'll not be playing for the national championship. I don't know. They'll try. Huh?
If they lose like 1 game, they'll be out.
Well, I think they'll lose 2 games. I think they're going to lose against Minnesota.
Right now, if you lose, you should be gone. Top 4, you lose, you're out.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. And they've done Baylor wrong, too. Baylor should be higher up than they are.
Baylor was like 13. I think
and they're still 9-0.
Yeah.
That's
And
wrong.
then Alabama's 5, and they're wrong.
Minnesota could be.
Yeah, I mean, it's the system's fried.
Yeah, the system is
It's run
wrong
by the government.
because you got 2 teams that play nobody. Clemson plays nobody, and Ohio State plays nobody. But Ohio State gets favored over Clemson. That's wrong.
Yeah.
But I had something to say, but
Now, I'm not taking, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything. Clemson cannot help that they play in the All Cupcake Conference. They can't help that, okay?
Clemson's good until proven wrong. We haven't been proven wrong. We're
What?
good until we've been proven wrong.
Exactly. And I'm not taking anything away from Clemson. I just wish that they were in another conference.
Yeah.
If they were in another conference, nobody would be disputing whether they're good.
LSU in the national championship would be a game.
That's why they have to fight every year to win a national championship. All right, so here we go. Oh, that was statistics. We were talking about statistics with Clemson. That's what we All right, so here we go. What do we got? Well, I'm going to change this log base n of 8 to the 2/7 over 8. And what's 2 times 8/9? 16/9. And x to the 4/7 over x to the 16/9. Now, I'm not trying to do anything right now. I'm just trying to get to where I can, maybe get a common denominator. Maybe it'll make it a whole lot easier. Common denominator of 7 and 9 is probably 63, but let's check. 7, 1, 9, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 1. 6 times 7 is what? Or 9 times 7, sorry, 63. So we could change it to 63 and then simplify it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying take the 63rd power or something. Does everybody understand what I'm talking about? Okay, so let's just see what happens. So I'm going to change this in blue. 7 will go into 63 how many times? 9 times 2 is 18. 9 will go into 63 how many times?
7.
7 times 16 is 112.
Yeah.
7 will go into 63 9 times. 9 times 4 is
36.
9 will go into 63 7 times. 7 times 16 is 112 again. Y'all have to help me. I'm doing this in my head. No sneezing in class, please. All right. So here we go. We got log base n of 8 to the 18 over 63 minus 112 over 63. And x to the 36 over 63 minus 112 over 63. Now somebody tell me what 18 minus 112 is. $18 minus 112. Use your calculator. I'm sorry, what?
Everything's frozen.
Oh, God. This is getting old. Why is it doing it? It hasn't been doing this all semester. Does it here at the last? All right. X out, Pendleton, and I'll bring you back in.
Like exit out of the whole thing?
Exit out of, out of Skype, and I'll bring you back in.
Not responding.
I've found that's the easiest way to take care of it, because I've tried to send it to them again. You good, Oconee?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Let me bring them back in. Oh Lord, why does it take them forever to do something? There we go. Okay, guys, it should ask y'all to. It should ask you to accept again.
It's good now.
Okay. I got to stretch it out. See, if these TVs were side by side, it would automatically spread out. I wouldn't have to do this.
What happened to the other campus?
Oconee is here with us. They're right
Oh,
there.
all I
Yeah,
see
you-
is you and her.
You'll see them. She don't ever talk either, so the camera don't switch to her. You probably see the front of the room and the door with Oconee because
No,
the
we don't
camera
see
turns
that.
around. All right. So what did you say 118 minus 112 is?
I got negative 94.
Negative 94 over 63. And what's 36 minus 112?
Negative 76.
Negative 76 over what? All right, now see if these two are reducible, 94 and 63. See if you can reduce them, because looks like they reduced them a little bit. I'm going to change these to, let's see, they have negative exponents. They don't have negative exponents, so I'm going to go log base n of 1 over 8 to the 94 63rds times 1 over x to the 76 63rds.
Yay.
Can y'all see if something goes into 94 and 76? 3 maybe? Not 3. 2. I don't know. Looks like to me we're heading for the right. We see the 63s right here. Looks like we're heading in the right direction. But how did they get 130? Did I miss a sign? Y'all have to check to see if I missed a sign somewhere. Let's see what the answer is. I'm going to say, I don't know. Let's see. The one that looks closest is that one, but it may not be right. Let's see. Yep. I missed a sign somewhere. Somebody check my signs. Because what's 112 plus 18? Yeah, I've missed a sign.
Were you supposed to divide?
We were supposed to multiply
Yeah.
and divide it.
You divided, you weren't supposed to divide.
Hey. What?
It's a plus, not a minus.
Where?
At the start of the question. Like,
I've done that. I did that yesterday with 109. I don't know why I'm doing that. There must be some kind of dyslexia. And I highlighted that blame thing. Why did y'all wait until the very end to tell me? Y'all suck. Okay, so let's just add these two. Since what is 118 plus 112?
I thought something was fishy.
Okay, alrighty, on three. 1, 2, 3.
130.
No, you got to say I thought something was
Oh,
wrong.
I thought something
1,
was
2, 3.
I thought something was wrong.
And when do you say it? You say it after I found out that the problem is wrong.
Yes.
Thank you.
I didn't do that.
Okay, Pendleton, you want to say it too? I thought something was wrong.
I knew something was wrong.
No, I knew something was wrong, but
I
I'm
saw
going
you
to stay
divide 'em.
quiet because I want to see Hubert screw up. That's what I really want. All right, what's 36 plus 112?
I'm guessing 100.
Okay, so this is what happens when you highlight something and you do exactly the opposite.
I saw you highlight it and divide it, and I was confused, but I just went with it.
I did the same thing yesterday with 109. I don't know. I guess it's dyslexia. I don't know what it is. Okay, we'll take some. I want to do one more. Let's see. We got 44. Let's go to the homework. Let's go to the homework for. How did I get it?
Are the tests going to be multiple choice like that?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to do two things at one time, and you know men can't do that. Hold on. Let's go. Yeah, we can jump over hay bales and jump off buildings, yeah. But we can't do simple stuff. Assignments. Now, what did you ask?
Is the test going to be multiple choice like that last question?
Some of them, when they're complicated, yes.
Okay.
In fact, some of the questions, and y'all didn't come in, I don't know, did y'all see that I assigned 2 new homeworks?
I saw it,
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of your test questions are going to come from these 2 homeworks, log rewrites and solving logarithms. And next week, next Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to finish covering these little sections that I really don't care about. So here's solving logarithms. These are all test questions. They could be possible test questions. That's not. Okay, had to change. Okay, there's one right there. So let's do that one because we only got like 5 minutes for class. Love these Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes. Log of 2x equals log of 5 plus log of x minus 4. Now, do we have log on both sides?
Yeah.
So it's not definition of logarithm, it's going to be some kind of property of logs. So you're going to rewrite. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. Okay, plus means product
Multiply.
rule. Product rule means we're going to multiply, Hubert. Oh. 5 times x minus 4. Now, I'm going to check with the class because y'all seem to tell me I do stuff wrong at the very end of the problem, so I want to make sure that I didn't have a dyslexia moment. Is it dyslexia when you turn things around? Maybe I had dyslexia. I know my sister's got it.
Dyslexia
If
is
you
when
walk
you
up to
read
my
things.
sister is 5 years older than I am. If you walk up to my sister and you say, Jenny, which way is left?
I do that sometimes. I have friends that drive and everything like that.
I'm serious. I think my sister has something. What did you say, dyslexia?
Well,
was?
dyslexia is when you read it correctly, but dysgraphia is when you write
When
it
you
down.
when you turn things around.
Yeah, but when you write it.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant plus and I wrote it. So I have something. Maybe it's alcoholism. I don't know. That's what it is. All right. So what happens when you have the same base, just like if the same base with an exponent? What happens? You set these two guys equal to each other. Knock yourself out. Go ahead. So that'd be 2x is equal to 5 times x minus 4. 2x is equal to 5x minus 20 Bring the 2x over. 20 over. And that's going to give me 3x is equal to 20. And x is equal to 20 over 3. Now, let's make a note here. And this is in red. So what does red mean? You know I don't write in red very much.
It's important.
Importante.
Always check solution. Why? Because what if this came up to be negative 20/3?
A log can't be in
You
there.
can't take the log of a negative. Now, you can take the log of a negative if it's x plus 8. What's negative 2 plus 8?
6.
So you can take the log of 6. Question. So what's the answer? A? Now, when will you need to check? I'm telling y'all this for a reason. When will y'all need to check? Well, when do you usually get a positive or a negative? When you do completing the what? Square. Or you do reverse factoring. So, right here, always check solution, especially if you've got a positive slash what? Negative solution. Now, I have told you to do that. Why am I making such a big deal out of it?
Because we don't do it.
Because if you don't do it on the test, and you put positive 8 and negative 3, the negative 3 ain't going to work, and you're going to get the whole problem wrong, and you're going to be crying to me, wanting credit for that problem, and I'm going to say no. Okay? So make sure you always, when you're talking about these problems right here, now, where could it blow up? Right here. Couldn't blow up there. But why would it blow up with the 2x? Because 2 times a negative is what? And the left side would blow up. Left side blows up, the whole equation blows up. Now, the negative 2 would work. No, it wouldn't work, but if that was a plus 4, a negative 2 would work here. But if it doesn't work in one part of it, you got to cross out the negative 2 period if there is a negative 2. Everybody see what I'm saying? Okay. I was wanting to let you see one. We got a few more minutes. Let's see if I can find one. That may be one. Yeah, let's try that one.
Hubert, there's a YouTube video of you being interviewed by some dude.
Yeah, I know. That was a couple of years ago. All right. Let's go ahead and try that one. You just go ahead. You know it's set and equal to what? Each other. Because all logs, all the same base. You can't use definition of a logarithm. So set equal to each other. Now make sure you do the quotient rule first. I'll go ahead and start you off. 3 plus x divided by x minus 5 is equal to what? 3. I don't think it's going to work. It may. No, it's not going to be a quadratic. I thought it was going to be a quadratic. So what do you multiply both sides by? X minus 5 and x minus 5. And you cancel out the x minus 5s, and that leaves you with 3 plus x is equal to 3 times x minus 50, or 5. X plus 3 is equal to 3x minus 15. Bring the x over here. Bring the 15 over here. And you get, what's 3 minus x? 2x is equal to what? 18?
Yeah.
Divide by 2. X is equal to 9. Go back and check it. Now, if this was a negative 9, Would it work? No, because what happens right here? How did I get a red highlighter and I didn't even come over here? Hold on. Okay, it's just going to stand there. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, if that was a -9, what's 3 plus -9? So it'd blow up. If it was a -9 and you plugged it in where that big red dot is, you'd get a negative what? 14. And it would blow up. So you have to check your answers in the original to make sure it doesn't blow up. So the answer would be what? B? So you hit B, and you should feel good about yourself. Now again, 80% of your test is going to be these 2 homeworks. And I'm saying this because technically you could do these 2 homeworks and still make an 80 on the test. So make sure you don't screw it up, all right? As soon as I can show you the homework again. And assignments. So this weekend, and I'm going to go over this one more time because I don't want y'all to mess it up. So here we go. This weekend, I want you working on the rewrite. I want you to work on the rewrite, which is log rewrites. And then I want you to work on solving log of equations. Monday and Wednesday of next week, Monday we're going to have somebody come in here and observe the class from accounting, so they want to see how this is done, so y'all don't act crazy. And we're going to go over, Monday and Wednesday, we're going to go over anything that I've missed. I think I skipped 6.4, and I haven't done 6.6. But you're talking 1 or 2 questions out of each section. I'm not worried about that, because most of it's graphic. Okay? And then we'll go over homework questions next week. So what are we talking about maybe next week? Tests. By Friday. Okay? We'll go probably, I'm shooting for Friday to go over the tests in class. So that means Friday, I'm hoping the Unit 3 test will emerge. Okay? Question. Gripe. Complaint. All right, y'all get out of here and have a good weekend. Pendleton, Oconee, have a good weekend.
You too.
Last week. Great.